We are still within the law for Uromi and the challenges of leadership. And like you said, Dr. Francis talked about the issue of agenda setting. And these are some of the concerns that we have, that we no longer have leaders that will sit down and look at where are we as Uromi sons and daughters. What do we need to do? When I was growing up, I would go to Chief Anthony Nauru's house, where I would see all the leaders. We'll go and be playing there because they all came. Anthony Aneni and other people will come with him. They will be holding meetings. They will call elders from different parts of Uromi to join them. And then that was community leadership. That was going on. That was where they discuss issues that has to do with who we are as Uromi people. And then we see that when they finish, they go to the palace to brief the palace on decisions taken. And he blesses them. And then we see actions being carried out based on the decisions that were reached at that point in time. But we don't have those leadership qualities anymore. We don't have leaders. We don't have a community association that we can rely on. So what that one means is that we're like a people just wandering around in the wilderness. So the fact now that we can no longer sit down and take a decision on what we need to do is a big problem. And we need to start looking at it. If we keep quiet too much, if we don't start talking about it now, if we don't start seeing it as a problem, and actually, like Francis said, strategizing, then we will continue to wander in the wilderness. At what point are we going to come out? This is an opportunity. This election is an opportunity, I believe, that we need to say, we need new leaders. We need to identify who our leaders are, whether they are 20 years, whether they are 15 years. We need to start supporting them. We need to start coming back to that situation again, where we hold a meeting and say, yes, we're speaking with a common voice, one voice. It's difficult to have everybody taking side, but if majority are saying that this is what I want, this is what we want, and they are doing it, that was how we were succeeding. That was the reason people were afraid of us as Uromi people. I remember people used to tell me that you guys, the way you guys cooperate, the way you guys, the unity in your place, I doff my heart. I always hear that. But today, everybody tell me that you guys are not united. You guys are not this. That has to do with the absence of leadership in Uromi. So that is why I am saying we would prefer new leaders. We would prefer to go back to the drawing board and begin to have a discussion on who our leaders are, or who are we supporting as leaders. So if we now start talking about leadership and the way forward, re-strategizing, I think that's a good place to start. It's a discussion that I don't think should stop. We should bring the home base and the diasporans, Uromi home base and the diasporans together and begin to have this discussion, the way forward. Who are our leaders? What do we expect from our leaders? I don't know if Francis has something to say before we come to you. Because I support what Francis said about setting an agenda or telling the governor what we need in Uromi. But we need people who are actually sincere to come together and do that. But we must work as a team. Working as a team is the only way to go. We don't need a strong man. We don't need a tough man. one person that will say, oh, I can do it all. But we need people who can come together, consult, and go and represent us. And we know that whatever they are doing, at least we set them.